You are not depressed. You are malnourished. You just simply are not getting enough nutrients. If we take the symptoms of depression, put it on screen, and the symptoms of malnourishment, put it on screen, they are nearly identical. So before you go to a doctor who has gotten 1 hour of nutrition education throughout his entire career, by the way, watch this video because I'm about to explain why you are malnourished, how you can add the nutrients back in, and completely fix this issue, because nobody wants to feel like garbage. And chances are you're waking up, you're having cereal, and then for lunch you're having Chick-fil-A, and then for dinner you're just having whatever you can find in the freezer. I'm about to fix that for you. I'm about to show you how you can eat a nutrient-dense diet and therefore fix your depression and why you are feeling bad in the first place. So back to what I said at the beginning of the video, the symptoms are identical. Brain fog, low energy, no drive to do anything, trouble sleeping, low mood all the time, sadness. The symptoms are identical, and I don't know how nobody else is talking about this. Like, you'll go to the doc, you'll tell him the symptoms, and then he could prescribe some kind of medication, which is not what you want at all. You don't want to be on a medication for depression or a nutrient deficiency. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the doctor gets 1 hour of nutrition education throughout his entire career. How is he even a doctor? How is this allowed? I was listening to a podcast by a doctor. Her name was Casey Means, and she was a surgeon, and she was explaining how she only got 1 hour of nutrition education throughout her entire career. Isn't that a little fucked up? The guy who is prescribing you medication doesn't even know why you are most likely depressed in the first place. Now, don't get me wrong, depression can be caused by losing a loved one or something like that. But if you're just kind of sad for no reason, there's a very high chance it is malnourishment. So now let's talk about, why are you even malnourished in the first place? Well, it has to do with 75% of the food being ultra processed in the United States. And basically, ultra processed food is very, very, very low nutrient, and it just does not have the nutrients that your body needs. Versus if we take something like an animal food, like steak, for example, look at this screenshot right here, or this picture. Look at all of the nutrients in steak. It is insanely nutrient dense. Same thing goes for eggs, liver, salmon, whatever animal food you pick. Even fruit has a ton of nutrients. Some vegetables are good. I'm not really having vegetables, but you get the point here. If it came from a factory, it is most likely going to be very low nutrient, and on top of that, it's going to be high in things that make you feel more like shit. So for example, seed oils. Now, no matter what you've heard about seed oils, they are the absolute devil. Let's be honest. They are the most unhealthy thing that you could possibly eat. If you actually looked at the production process of seed oils, you would never eat them again. And the crazy thing is that they are in everything. So that's one thing. They have preservatives, which will destroy your gut, and your gut is linked to your happiness. We'll talk about that in a second, but they just have so much shit. Like, it's a shit ton of sugar, preservatives, artificial this, artificial that, emulsifiers, flavorings to make it more addictive. Like, it's crazy, bro. So that is one reason. The ultra processed food has very low nutrients, and it has a lot of junk that's going to make you feel bad, and no nutrients that is also going to make you feel bad, because your body needs nutrients to function. People do not understand this, and I don't know why. So yeah, it's very simple. Removing the bad, the ultra processed food, 75% of the food supply, and adding in the good. We are going to be switching from low nutrient foods to high nutrient foods. And the highest, or the most nutrient dense food on the entire planet is beef liver. I would highly recommend that you have 2 ounces of this per day. Now, basically, just real quick, you're going to go to a farmer, someone that breeds cows and sells them for a living, and you're going to ask him for liver, or you're going to go to a slaughterhouse and you're going to ask them for grass-fed liver. And then you're going to have that raw, 2 ounces a day, swallow it whole, done, simple. Your body will thank you. And besides that, we're going to have things like steak, eggs, fruit, just majority of your calories should come from steak, eggs, and fruit, and maybe some chicken and some wild caught salmon, and that will take you very far. My second point is that your brain is mostly made out of fat and cholesterol, and we look at the kind of advice that's out there, like we could say from Google or the government, that it is generally not recommended that you should have high cholesterol foods and high fatty foods. And that is quite unfortunate because testosterone, which plays a big role in how you feel, your happiness, your mood, your drive, that's another thing too, is that your testosterone is probably low. And eating, like how I just said, will raise it. But anyways, yes, testosterone. Testosterone or cholesterol is the precursor to testosterone. If you are not eating cholesterol, it is very hard for your body to make testosterone. And like I said, testosterone plays a big role in how you feel. And on top of that, your brain is also made out of a lot of cholesterol. Your body needs cholesterol. You should not be worried about your cholesterol intake. You need to be having a shit ton of eggs and a shit ton of red meat so you can cholesterol max and you can get the cholesterol that you need. And on top of that, eat fatty foods like beef and eggs, like I was saying earlier. It's really quite simple. You just have to kind of eat fatty, nutrient-dense cholesterol foods. My third point is that your gut produces all of your happy chemicals, like serotonin, but we'll just say happy chemicals, chemicals that make you feel good, and you are destroying it. You can get hours upon hours of therapy, but if your gut is destroyed and you're not producing happy chemicals, you most likely are not going to feel better. So we need to fix this process, and chances are your gut is honestly destroyed after eating the modern day food, the modern day tap water. Your gut bacteria is honestly wrecked. Let's be honest. And we don't want to develop something more serious like leaky gut in the future. So this is exactly what we are going to do. And your gut accounts for 90% of your serotonin production. So it's very, very, very important. In order to heal your gut, you have to do what I said earlier, take away all of the garbage food. But once you've done that, and we're on level 2, you're going to start to add in these 3 foods. The first food is sauerkraut. Sauerkraut has a ton of beneficial bacteria, and it is going to help repair and put some of that beneficial bacteria back into your gut. Number 2 is going to be bone broth. Bone broth has a ton of collagen that will help repair your gut. And number 3 is going to be raw milk. Raw milk is super, super hard to find, but it is worth it because it is loaded with beneficial bacteria, which your gut needs. It is like the healthiest food that you could possibly eat for your gut. Now, don't drink milk unless it's raw, and raw milk is very hard to find. So real quick, if you're going to drink raw milk, it has to be grass-fed. So hopefully you live in an Amish area where there's Amish people, or you live next to some kind of dairy farmer that has grass-fed cows. So what you're going to do is you're going to call the slaughterhouse, call your local butcher and be like, yo, I need some goddamn raw milk. Don't say that, but say, I'm looking for raw milk. Do you know where I can find grass-fed raw milk? And you're going to ask the butcher because he is dealing with a ton of farmers all day long. He gets cows from farmers, so he has a ton of connections, and he's most likely going to know. So that is how I would do that. Or you can go to like a farmer's market or something like that. You're just going to have to call around, search on Facebook. But once you can find it, it is super worth it, I'm telling you. The fourth way to fix your malnourishment and your depression is to get sunlight. You should get sunlight for 2 main reasons. Number 1 is vitamin D. Vitamin D is another feel-good, happy chemical. There's a reason why people, their mood lowers and goes down, and they're on average more grumpy in the wintertime, and that is because they are not getting vitamin D. And yeah, vitamin D you get from the sun. It will make you feel good. It will boost your testosterone, which is another thing that you want, because testosterone is another thing that is linked to mood. Side point, get your testosterone checked. If it's under 400, then you have a big problem. And real quick, if you want the full guide on how I healed my gut and fixed all of my nutrient deficiencies, I was able to put on muscle, fix my testosterone, got rid of my terrible diet, and now I'm eating the most nutrient-dense diet on the planet. Full guide, link is in the description, to completely transform your health. And the second reason why you should get sunlight is because it will help set your circadian rhythm. What is your circadian rhythm? Your circadian rhythm is your body's internal clock. It is what makes you wake up in the morning and what makes you go to sleep at night. And chances are yours is kind of screwed up, and we want to get it back on track because that will drastically improve our sleep. And when our sleep is improved, our recovery is improved, our brain is more healed, more prepared for the day, our mood is better. So that's another thing. Sleep is very important, but in this video, I'm more going into the nutrients side of things and malnourishment. So to wrap this video up, I'm really not telling you that depression isn't real. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that maybe before you go to the doctor, before you come to the conclusion that it's a chemical imbalance in your brain, you fix your diet first. Why don't you try doing that? It's such an easier fix. Like, you do not want to be on some kind of doctor prescribed medication for this. Nobody wants to do that. You want to be eating a nutrient dense whole foods diet. And if that doesn't work, sure, go to the doctor. But at least try it first. Try it for a few months, and if it doesn't work, which it will work, by the way, it's going to work, because malnourishment and depression have the exact same symptoms. It's almost like they are the exact same thing. And yeah, if you want the full guide on how to eat for pure nutrition and health, you can go check out my channel or my school community, link in the description. But on my channel, I have a ton of videos explaining this. You can go watch this video or this video if you want to learn about the best diet for nutrition and general health. Thank you for watching. Think about this, actually try it and apply it, and you will see massive improvements. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. I will see you in the next video.